Hey guys, Big Bear Ballin' back. It's been a little bit since I've posted a video, um, about a week, and it was really early into the season last time, but I'm back again. I got some time, so I wanted to sort of update you on what's been going on and show you guys some attack strategies. I did diverge paths a little bit with this account and my other one, so we can see some different attacks. This one has Scorchers. I still don't have the GBE node, which we'll get to my tech tree in a bit, but I want to show you guys how I'm using the Scorchers on this one, and then we'll head to my main account, which will have rocket launchers, shock mines. It's going to be maxed out basically, but no Scorchers, and show you sort of, if you don't have Scorchers, maybe some other ways to go about attacking and still put up some good times. So I wanted to show you this replay real quick. I just started doing these attacks, and this one didn't go very well, but I still got 223. So I still am doing a lot of split attacks. Usually if people don't have these mortars far enough down here, or if these defenses are too close, I like to split drop some troops up there. And you can see by this attack, I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but I lose basically all my Zookas right off the bat. And then I've got Bullet and then 4 Scorchers basically, but I still go through this base pretty quickly. That has everything except shock mines pretty much. So all those basically die, and then I lose a bunch over here too. But I've still got the 4 Scorchers and Bullet, and I'm just working on keeping these alive here, so I'm just shocking everything. And then up there they have enough with just the 3 Scorchers to take all that out. So still like a really bad attack, losing all my Zookas right off the bat. But I was able to finish this base in 223. So not bad at all, right? So that's what I'm hoping. If I can do that a little bit better, it could go down as fast as 235 maybe, which is going to beat the all Scorchers. Reason I can't do all Scorchers is I don't have this GBE node. And on this one, I've gone ahead. I still don't have building health. I've skipped that just because it's a lot of keys to go back, especially because I want to go back through Kavan rather than heavies. So that's just a really big detour. I did it on my main account. I went back for that, but I'm going to experiment a little and try and get to 6 engine rooms faster on this one. So going ahead, I ended up picking up all my defenses yesterday or 2 days ago, and that's helped. But it's been pretty slow going on this account. Without the instant training, I was basically running Seekers still until I got the critter cannons, and that became a meta. But I can only do a couple attacks, and then I have to wait for a while. So in 4 engine rooms, it was fine with Seekers. You didn't lose all of them every attack, but in 5 engine rooms, there were a lot more fails with the Seekers. I have max stats basically, except for the building health. So I've got the 100 troop damage and troop health, and then I've got the 100 building damage. And right now we're going to be saving up for the next engine room and see how that goes. Try and get a little preview of that style before my main account gets there. So let's hop into it. On my other account, depending on if they have a grappler or not, I've been starting to use Kavan some because the grappler messes with Bullet quite a bit. But I don't have him on this account, so we'll have to make it work. Alright, so I think if I drop here, this time my Scorchers and everything is actually going to go this way. So that's going to take a lot of extra time and sort of put things out of the way. So I'm going to try and just, we're just going to clear this way actually. Well, I think, let's try this. So we're going to send 2 Scorchers over here to work on this stuff, and then I'll delay drop some Zookas, and then we'll have a couple Scorchers and Bullet and the Zookas go this way. Alright, so we need to drop those ones first, and then we're going to drop Bullet, and then a couple Scorchers for that area. And I'm going to need to get Bullet up there. So that's going to go a little bit after. And then I meant to save a boat of Zookas, but that's okay. We're going to drop those now. So I've got Scorcher and Bullet going that way, and then that should be okay for getting through here. Got to keep those Zookas alive though. And the Zookas are a little behind. I did not need that shock, but that's okay. It still works. I wish the Zookas were a little bit ahead over there, but I think it's still going to be all right. Let's get the shock launcher shocked again. I've got these mines coming up here that I don't really want to deal with. Hopefully they take out one of those mines. Okay, let's do another shock knuckles. We'll get all that going. And then things are looking pretty good here, guys. Just going to shock that, and we'll shock that too, just so I can go ahead and flare. So 234, pretty good time. I'm hoping that's enough to beat this guy. And that's, I know the all Scorchers is the meta right now, and I know that guy didn't have rocket launchers, but if you can keep the Zookas alive, because I can't do all Scorchers, I don't have the GB for it, right? But I think if you can keep the Zookas alive, or even if you want to use riflemen behind them, you can put up some pretty fast times on these guys. So let's claim that chest. I've got another one coming up in a bit, but we'll just keep doing another attack or two on here, and then we'll switch over to my other account. So I'm hoping to get to diamond here pretty soon. If I can get a couple diamond chests, then I get 6 engine room, a chest earlier, or even 2 if I get some rank chests. So we're gonna do very similar to my last attack on this one. So we'll send those there. The bullet's gonna go this way. We'll drop a third Zooka, that's fine, for that right side. And hopefully the Scorchers keep that shock blaster occupied, actually. That's going to be really good. Heal the Zookas before the shock launcher gets to them. That was a really nice shock knuckle there. Let's heal those before anything happens. I'm going to need to keep that stuff shocked. I've got one of the Scorchers about to die over there, which we don't want. Got a good shock knuckle over there. And now let's get that shocked. And I don't think I need to do anything on that side, actually. So they're going to do there, and let's go ahead and just flare. And I shocked bullet there, I think, but the Zookas should clear that up pretty fast. 244. So another pretty good time. Again, no rocket launchers, but I still think I'll be able to have enough GB for medkits to keep the Zookas alive with this attack. So I'm hoping I can finally push. Like I said, I was stuck with Seekers for a while. I just got Scorchers yesterday, and I didn't really use them a whole lot because I have no heavies, no riflemen. All I had for protection was basically critter cannons for my Zookas and bullet. So now that I have the Scorchers, I've been able to do a lot more, and I can push, and I don't lose as many troops. So hoping to push into diamond here. Like I said, I haven't been doing much attacks. I've only got 99 so far. Not that I haven't wanted to, I just haven't had the troops to do it. Pretty good win percentage still, though. A lot better than my other one. Let's do one more on here, and then we'll hop into my main account and sort of show you how I'm attacking some of these bases. And you'll probably see more rocket launchers with that, without having without having the Scorchers. Still being able to take out some of those bases. I'm going to do something a little different this time. I don't need a whole lot of Zookas, because all I'm really trying to do is take out this engine room here, because if I drop Seekers, they're going to go to that engine room. Oh, no, I don't want those. I want Seekers. Okay, so let's give this a try. And then we're going to drop the Zookas a little after. And then I'm just going to babysit that side a little bit. And then if I drop one boat of Seekers a little ahead and I just shock all that, I should be able to do pretty well once I let these troops keep that shock launcher and hopefully the shock blaster distracted. Let's let Bullet get ahead a little bit. Let's go ahead and do a shock knuckle over there. Hopefully they take out this engine room pretty soon. Got another shock knuckles going. Take the flamethrowers out. And they're actually going to start attacking that engine room there. Oh, I didn't have enough Seekers actually. I thought I did for them to start attacking. That's okay though. I think I've still got enough to take this out, hopefully. I just got to keep Bullet from getting shocked. So not the best attack. I should have just taken my time and saved some Zookas because I think I slowed down not having them to finish these last two engine rooms. But still not bad. You know, that would have beaten the last two attacks on me. So let's see what happens this time. I put 214 and I'm going to get them. So even without the building health, I'm putting up enough of a time on offense to win. And finally getting shock mines to stop the Seeker attacks with all the defense. Because if you get Seeker, it doesn't matter what I do on offense if I'm not running Seekers. I can put up 240 and I'm going to lose by 20 seconds, you know? So now that I can actually, I'm not seeing that many Seekers, I can hopefully push and do well with these attacks. So we're going to keep pushing with Lil Bear off camera. We'll hopefully get him to diamonds and maybe even a bit further depending on how these attacks go. Once I get a little closer, I'm going to start seeing more rocket launchers and people using Scorchers, so it might get a little tougher. But all right, we'll hop onto my other account and we'll play a little bit there next. Hey there, we're back with my main. So pretty much the same base, except this one has the shock blaster and then also the rocket launchers. I just got the rocket launchers right now and then the shock mines this morning. And the reason I went that route, like I said, I know Scorchers is the meta right now, but if I can't stop Seekers, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm going to lose on time. So I figured I should beef up my defense. I'm going to need these both anyway. Eventually, so I might as well do that. And plus my attacks are working okay as they are right now. So this tech tree, as you can see, I went back for pretty much everything. I have all that I need. I don't have heavies yet, but I don't really think I want them. I got Kavan, I got the building health, which was a pretty big detour. Then I've had max barrage for a bit. Then I have the shock blaster down here too. So I'm pretty much outside of the GBE, and I'm missing one upgrade on the rocket launchers. I'm pretty maxed, and then the building damage, of course. But I've got everything I want, so from that point, I can keep pushing forward. What my plan is here is to get to the end of the tech tree as quickly as possible now that I have pretty much everything I want. I'll have to see if that grappler makes any sense based on the 6 ERs that I'm facing, but I'm going to go artillery, probably cryo bombardier, building damage, and then ER7, and then get to the end of the tech tree before I come back for the 6 engine room stuff. Just because that building health and the next troop damage is going to be really big, plus I can finally get some GBE if I go that way, and it's on my path instead of out of the way like these other two are. So hopefully that's going to be the plan. I may have to make some changes, but I wanted to start off just showing you some replays. I was using Bullet with 2 critter cannons and 2 Zookas to come up this right side, and then I was delay dropping 1 boat of riflemen and 2 Zookas, then another drop of riflemen a little bit later to take out this stuff up here. But with the rocket launchers, it works sometimes, but I have to be really careful that I don't lose my Zookas or else I just completely fizzle. On this attack, I didn't notice he had his grappler right in the middle, I think. Was it grappler? No, he didn't even have a grappler, but I didn't do it well. I lost a bunch of Zookas right off the bat, had to use a bunch of stuff, and basically the whole attack fizzled, and I got 0 engine rooms, which is crazy. So like with the margin of error is so slim using bullet and then the rifleman Zookas. But I've been switching to Kavan these last few attacks, so I wanted to show you a little bit what I've been doing with that, especially if there's the grappler. Kavan's going to be a better option. So I'm dropping down here still with my rifleman 2 Zooka, trying to get them to go up here. And then I've got Kavan, the 2 critter cannon, and the 2 other Zookas down here. And again, I'm still trying to get a split. So I want some troops to go up here and some to go to the right. And then I was hoping Kavan went to the right there, but I just kept all these splash damage things shocked. He had them all in one nice little clump there. So the riflemen and the critters did just fine, sort of working their way through that. So I didn't really change much, except I'm using Kavan now, just because Bullet's getting tough to manage with the grapplers, the shock blaster, everything. So I think Kavan's going to give me a better chance. And then they just work their way through. And again, none of these bases have rocket launchers, so I'll have to see how Kavan in this strategy does against that. But I still think it's going to do pretty well. So I dropped Kavan over here to be out of range of the grappler. Then Kavan runs a little bit to the right, which is great, so I can get some riflemen going to the right. And then I did my usual delay drop down here to the left to take out that side. And again, this side's a little weaker, so I'm babysitting that side as much as I can until some of these guys make it over. Just keeping the splash shocked, and then finally the riflemen make it over this way, and now it's not really an issue. Just keep protecting the right side until these come through. Also, I've been seeing a lot of sky shields like this. You can actually still shock that if you drop right there. See, I got the shock launcher. So that's an alright position for the sky shield. I can't flare the engine room, but you can still actually shock some of the dirty stuff over there if you want, if you can get it right in that spot. And then we'll show one more. Just did this one, and you know, I'm putting up in the 220s, and this one was 230. So I mean, I'm still doing pretty good times to where I think I'll beat the all Scorchers, you know? Again, need to see how it does with rocket launchers, but I've got a healthy group going to the right with Kavan. I've got this group to the left with a bunch of health and riflemen. That's going to be easy to take out. And then, you know, I'm just babysitting this right side again. So I think I've got a good strategy and a good plan to where I don't know if I need the Scorchers yet. This seems to be doing okay. But obviously we'll have to see as I progress and rocket launchers become more involved in the meta. And then we're going to do a quick flare over there, shock everything, and that goes down. Alright, so people have still been clearing me, but like I said, they've been doing it pretty slowly. That one was okay, but that was before I had the rocket launchers and the shock mines. So let's hop into it, and we will see what happens. Just going to make sure I'm still recording. Hate when that's an issue. All right. I'm thinking today's finally my day to push. People are going to be waiting for the 6 engine room, except for the guys at the top that are already there, or the ones that are under teched and in 6 engine room, which I feel like I can still have a chance against. But I'm finally caught up on tech, despite all my detours and poor choices with the warriors and protectors, to where I can push today while they're waiting for the 6th engine room. We'll have the same tech basically outside of the building damage. So if I can keep my offense going well, I'm hoping to get to rank 23. If things go really well, maybe 24. And again, no rocket launchers here. But you see how this boom cannon up here is closer than that is? I can actually, well, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I think I will still, actually. So we're going to drop Rifleman, Zooka, and they're going to go up here to the boom cannon instead of down to the mortars. We'll drop Zookas first to distract that. Then we'll get the critter cannons, another boat of riflemen, and then another boat of Zookas down there. So hopefully they start taking out the mortar. I don't lose too many Zookas, and then these Zookas should probably go to the right here. Oh no, I think I might have lost Kavan, and I did. I saw it right at the last second. That cannon try and pick them off. So we're gonna have to be pretty careful now. I gotta really keep this right side alive. So we're gonna keep that shocked. Laser, I'm a little worried about for sure. Got to keep those riflemen alive just long enough. The left side looks okay, but I got to keep this stuff alive. I just lost a few more riflemen. Hopefully these guys can make it back to this side somewhat quickly. Okay, I got some critters coming. That's good. They're going to distract all that stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and flare this way. And I should hopefully have enough to take that out. They hit the shock mine, but that's okay. We've got some critters and stuff going. And then not my fastest time. If I'd kept Kavan alive, I think that would have been a lot easier. But I'm happy with 2:13. I still think that's going to be a pretty good time. And yeah, this is going to be just fine. He's going to end up retreating. Works for me. So a couple more wins and I'm in 22, which will be nice. Let's hop into another one. We'll do 2 more, I think, and then I'm going to push on my own, and we'll see where I can get today. I went to get up against 1 6-engine room base, but I didn't have a really good strategy. I still tried to split my attack, and it just didn't go very well. But I was using bullet, too, so maybe using Kavan will be better. All right, so here we have rocket launchers and the laser. So this is going to be quite a bit tougher, I think, to where I'm not quite sure how I want to do this yet. I'm thinking I can drop these 2 riflemen here somewhat early and have them split to the left, would be my guess. Then I can drop those there, and then we're going to do Kavan. Hopefully that boom can starts shooting the riflemen, and it does. And then I'm going to have to keep an eye on those Zookas to make sure they don't get popped over here. So hopefully Kavan, I can get some more riflemen to go to the right side over here. I'm going to keep that stuff shocked for now. This is looking pretty okay. I've got Kavan on the right side, which is where I want him. I've got a bunch of riflemen coming in. This looks pretty okay to start. I like this attack. Probably didn't need a medkit there, but whatever. I'm losing a bunch of Zookas if I'm not quick on the medkit, and I get it. That side's not doing too well. I probably need another second wind. Hopefully they can take that out. And I'm going to need to waste another shock over there to try and protect that stuff. But this is looking okay. I got everything I needed down. Just a couple the rocket launcher over there. We'll take out that machine gun, and then we'll do a quick flare. Do a med kit here. And then I can do a barrage to try and take that out a little sooner. Alright, so that was better. Obviously I kept Kavan alive, which is going to be a big help for these kinds of attacks. And I managed the rocket launchers pretty well. So he put up a pretty good time, but not quite good enough still. And even with my bad attack last time, I still was faster than 210. So even without the Scorchers, you can put up some good times. Obviously, those aren't max rocket launchers, and I'm still in rank 21 versus with the big dogs. But I think this is a viable strategy if you have the riflemen, you have the same stuff I do, to have things work. Let's do one more, see if I can make rank 22, and then we'll end it for today. So I've really enjoyed how quickly the metas have changed. I never thought critter cannons would be something that'd be useful. I was planning on skipping them the whole season to make up for my protector purchase, which probably are useless for the rest of the season. But that's come alive, and then the Scorcher meta today. So all right, so here's some max rocket launchers, and he's got a shock blaster right on the beach. So this will be a pretty good test for me. I think I might have to. I don't know if I want to try and smoke Kavan at the beginning or what I want to do with that. Anywho, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna try and get him to do a second wind real quick, and then cover him with smoke, and then we'll get the critter cannons and the Zookas hopefully going over there. Then we'll do the rifleman drop. Those are going to start attacking my Zookas. Got to keep them alive until the riflemen can get up front, which they do. Let's go ahead and shock that for now. Try and get a little further into the attack, you know. Do another med kit. I've got some good riflemen going. That side looks okay. I've got enough riflemen sort of keeping things alive. I don't like that rocket launcher over there. And that's not as good on the right. Take out one more defense, and I can do a second wind, try and get some more riflemen and Zookas around. Looks like I mostly got riflemen. But I think that side might be okay. Let's try and keep this stuff shocked. I need just one little tiny moment in time to try and take that. And I ended up losing over here, so okay, so that didn't go as well. That was a pretty good test for my attack. I almost did what I wanted if I could have taken out those two things, but I think I just ran out of GBE, honestly. You know, one more earlier second wind or one more med kit, I think I would have done pretty well on that one. So we'll see if I can still maybe get the tie on this after I take out this. Nah, he's gonna get me. Okay, well, eventually I'll have Scorchers. That does seem to be a little bit easier than what I'm trying to do right now with the max rocket launchers, but I think this is still viable in the meantime. So let's see if he fails before I retreat, because I think I might be able to. Nope. Okay, we're gonna retreat. GG to you, sir. That fourth rocket launcher in the back makes a big difference. All right. So obviously not bulletproof. That was a pretty good base I went against. I think if you have the GBE node, you could probably make it work and still put up a good time. But I think the four Scorchers with the Zookas that you saw with Lil Bear might be a little bit better for a base like that, because the Scorchers are going to tank the rocket launchers a bit better, and they're going to be further away from the Zookas than the riflemen are. Because the rocket launchers were hitting my riflemen, but my Zooka happened to be walking and were close. So I think once I get to Scorchers, that'll be a pretty good attack as well. But this is going to do well. It'll get me to 22, I'm pretty certain. And then from that point, I'll have Scorchers later in the day, so we can keep pushing with those. Anywho, hope your season is going well. I'm glad to be back with another video. I hope it helps, and I'll see y'all next time, okay?